state of Arizona may also see abortion on the ballot. An organization called Arizona for Abortion Access has surpassed the number of signatures they need to get a proposal on the ballot. Arizona Right to Life, which opposes the proposed amendment, warns that it has no restrictions on partial birth abortions and eliminates parental consent. The Secretary of State's office will still need to verify the signatures before the initiative will officially be on the ballot.
The FDA concedes that between 2.9 and 4.6% of women will end up in the emergency room.
Oral argument at the Supreme Court on the abortion pill, mifepristone. Lawyers for the American Association of Pro-Life OBGYNs, or APLOG, say the Food and Drug Administration's own data reflects safety concerns for the drug. The data shows up to 4.6% of women are forced to go to a hospital emergency room after taking mifepristone. 7.9% of women required surgical intervention to complete an abortion. APLOG argues that the FDA relaxed too many guidelines for the drug, putting women's lives at risk. More than half of all abortions in the United States are carried out using the abortion pill regimen. And the latest guidelines allow this drug to be distributed by mail up to 10 weeks of pregnancy. But lawyers defending the FDA say the drug is safe and effective. The outcome of this case could impact access to this deadly drug nationwide. Here's a closer look at oral argument. Calling on a new type of pro-life movement to protect the safety of women and babies, Melanie Salazar was outside the court protesting for two.
To our knowledge, there have been 28 confirmed women who have been killed from the abortion pill. So I want to see no more women be killed, and I want, ideally, preborn children's lives to be protected from fertilization.
The Supreme Court heard two consolidated cases, both centered around the FDA's approval of mifepristone, the first of two drugs used in a chemical abortion. Elizabeth Prelogar, Solicitor General for the Department of Justice, argued on behalf of the Biden administration. She told the justices that the plaintiffs had no right to seek such far-reaching relief, arguing the doctors and associations are already protected by federal religious freedom laws.
If the doctors have a conscience injury, there's a specific statute designed to deal with it, to specifically tailor-made guard against the risk of that injury occurring. And instead, they're reaching out and seeking to invoke rights under a different statute. And the relief that they're seeking would dramatically alter the approved conditions of use for mifepristone and affect women all around the nation.
The justices seemed unconvinced that the doctors had any right to sue in this case, meaning that access to mifepristone could remain the same.
And this case seems like a prime example of turning what could be a small lawsuit into a nationwide legislative assembly on an FDA rule or any other federal government action.
They're saying because we object to having to be forced to participate in this procedure, we're seeking an order preventing anyone from having access to these drugs at all. And I guess I'm just trying to understand how they could possibly be entitled to that given the injury that they have alleged.
Questioning the drug maker Danco Labs, Justice Alito attributed financial gain to their defense motives.
I gather your injury is that you think you're going to sell more if the restrictions that previously were in place were lifted.
Yes.
So you're going to make more money.
I think that certainly a company's ability to market its product is a part of how it considers the regulatory scheme that governs its conduct.
Aaron Hawley, senior counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom, represented the pro-life doctors at the High Court.
So to speak to Dr. Francis at the beginning, there's been some confusion, I think, about the precise nature of the conscience harm. But if you look at JA 155, paragraph 15, she talks about her and other APLOG members who object not only to taking the life of an unborn child during an elective abortion, but also to, quote, completing that process.
Vastly outnumbering pro-life advocates, pro-abortion groups led arguments of a different nature outside the court.
We're here to support reproductive rights and stand for abortion. If the medicine has been proven to be safe on multiple occasions, why would we not continue to use it?
Dozens of white lab coats could be seen on the pro-life side. Doctors who have helped women who face deadly complications from taking mifepristone. Dr. Susan Bain, a board-certified OBGYN, says she and her medical colleagues are the last line of defense for women who take the abortion pill without medical supervision.
The FDA's label is 1 in 25 women will end up in the emergency department with potentially life-threatening complications. And because of that, we are put in a position to help them. The reality is that what's happening right now with abortion drugs is not standard of care. Women need ongoing care. They need the same medical histories, physical exams, labs, and diagnostic testing. They need follow-up, and they're getting none of that with this.